And welcome to the post show, everybody. So today's post show, as we kind of teased on the main show, big success last time that we did one of these. So we're going to jump back into the WWE universe, and we're going to be talking about this weekend's WrestleMania. So I'm going to go ahead and kick this to Jason and CJ because they're much more up on this than I am. So you guys take it away.
Yeah,
Guys,
buddy. Your boys are back in
WrestleMania
the driver's seat, baby. Jason, what's up, man?
I would just like to say that today's post show has been brought to you by Bootios.
Bootios. They make sure you ain't booty.
You ain't booty.
And
All
the
right.
brand new Booty Pops that are going to be debuting this Sunday at WrestleMania. We didn't get it with CM Punk, but guess what?
I'm not full of magic. I gotta have it.
You gotta have it, baby. I love the catchphrases with these guys. It's beautiful. Well, listen, guys, like Griffin said, WrestleMania is this weekend, man. And I'm going to be honest, I'm gonna pull the curtain back. I'm gonna talk myself into being excited about this WrestleMania because there's a lot of things in this card that are kind of rubbing me the wrong way, to be honest. But hopefully Jason's positivity and maybe me working my way into thinking this is going to be good, I can have a better feel. I'm going to love the crap out of NXT, though. NXT TakeOver, that's going to be good.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be good. But this WrestleMania, I will help you,
CJ, with the power of positivity.
Yes.
I will help you out.
I need that. But listen, so this is we're gonna try to kick this off, from a kickoff show all the way up to the main event and what we think will be the main event. But this is one of my reasons of kind of upset about the card. A great storyline, a great division that's been kind of been the highlights of Raw, and Raw has been dull sometimes. But this division has perked me up and got my attention. And I kind of feel disrespect from WWE putting these guys as a kickoff match. And it's Austin Aries versus Neville for the Cruiserweight Championship. Jason, talk me into why I shouldn't be mad about this.
Okay, so I can't talk you into why you shouldn't be mad about them being the kickoff show because I agree with you. I think this is a main event. This should be one of the main events of the night. Okay, and the reason being, Neville and Austin Aries, these are two of the greatest cruiserweights in history going after each other for that championship. And they're going after each other in their first ever WrestleMania. Both of these guys never been to WrestleMania before. And they get to compete on the grandest stage for the grandest prize of their division. Okay? And I can tell you something right now. What you're going to see out of this Neville-Austin Aries match is probably going to trump anything else that you're going to see all night as far as athleticism. These two guys are going to tear the house down and do things that you have never seen anyone do before. So I am so psyched to see Neville versus Austin Aries. I agree with you completely. It is complete garbage that these guys are part of the kickoff event. They should be one of the main events. They should be one of the last three matches, in my opinion.
Yeah, but it's to me, I'm thinking that the championship, you got to elevate it. You got to make it mean something. So to put it as an undercard match, a kickoff, it kind of lessens its value. And then not only the championship, but the competitors in the match. I mean, you've been building Austin Aries as he's been great on the microphone as being a commentator. His weeks leading up to him healing from his eye injury, and the way you debut him is great. Him working with Neville is awesome. The promos between those two. And you already know what you're going to get out of Austin Aries because you've seen him briefly with TNA and you saw him briefly on NXT. He's a great worker. He's a great talent. And now you're pairing him with Neville, and you already know how I feel about Neville. Neville is awesome. Oh, yeah. I love that, his new basically heel role that he's done. Yeah. He's embraced it. It's just great. It's not rubbing me the wrong way. His mic skills have gotten better. He's just a great overall talent. But this is just disappointing to me how WWE has put these guys in a kickoff match because basically, let's be honest, you don't really care about kickoff matches. And even if it is WrestleMania, the people are not in the seats. And then as far as kickoff matches, you're not really paying attention to that because the main event, the actual pay-per-view starts at 8 o'clock. And because you're having that 7 o'clock kickoff, not most of the time, not a lot of fans are going to be there for that. So
now this might be an opportunity for WWE though to try to get people to the kickoff event because that is such a major match. That might be what they're trying to do, is get people in the seats early. So I understand that, but the way they should have done it, and I think you and I have discussed this before, I think there should have been a ladder match between all of the cruiserweights.
Right.
For put do a Money in the Bank. Put a cruiserweight Money in the Bank championship opportunity hanging above the ring, and let these guys tear the house down. And I think people would have tuned in for that.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are going to get a ladder match. It's just in the wrong placement, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
That's a little going a little further.
Yeah.
So we have that. So so you want to pick them? You want to pick this one too?
You talking about the Andre the Giant Memorial?
No, not the Memorial, but the Austin Aries Neville match. Who do you think?
Do we want to pick a winner? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, let's pick winners. I love Austin Aries, but honestly, I think Neville wins this match. I think that they've pushed him as the king, and they kind of pushed him to be the face. And Austin Aries just came back. He just stepped back into a ring. So I think Neville wins. I think it's going to be a great match regardless, but I think Neville ends up winning it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's going to be an awesome match. But you can't get Austin Aries the belt. He just got there. You got to build some more momentum. Maybe the next pay-per-view, possibly. But I think it's way too soon for that. So now we're moving on to that next match. Where I and Jason and I, we talked a little bit before the show started. I kind of felt like this should have been the whole kickoff period. I think you could have did an hour of this right there, and you could have really displayed the talent of the future stars you want to represent your company. And that's why we're doing the 4th annual Andre the Johnson. I'm sorry, why do I keep saying Johnson? Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale kickoff match. You got all your guys in there, Big Show, Sami Zayn, Braun Strowman, Apollo Crews, Mojo Riley, and all of that. All right, so Jason, what do you think about this Battle Royale?
Well, I mean, this is always exciting. I love what they do with this. They start pushing somebody. I mean, they did Cesaro, and they had him win one. They had Baron Corbin win one last year. So I really do like this. I think this is a big opportunity for them to push a new rising star. Unfortunately, I think what's going to happen is Braun Strowman's going to end up winning it all because they've been pushing him so much. They want him in the title picture. I think they're going to push him. But if it was me and I was in charge and I got to pick a winner, I think I'd go with Apollo Crews. I would love to see this kid take a step forward, win the Battle Royal, and start inserting himself into some championship matches.
I totally agree. I would like a fresher, NXT face that you got to push somebody. I mean, I have to disagree with the Braun Strowman thing. I kind of feel like he's already. You're up there with that Roman Reigns level, and you're putting on matches with him. You really don't need another push as before. I mean, they're going to push him regardless, and I don't think the Andre the Giant trophy would do anything for him as far as him pushing him any further. I think that would just be an accolade. I don't think there would be anything to elevate him. A person that I think can really take advantage of this and elevate, I agree with Apollo Crews. Also, Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze has been underutilized in WWE ever since he came up. He had a great run with Dolph Ziggler, but to be honest, you looked at that match, they're basically the same guys. They're similar. I mean, you got to pair him with somebody else that's a face that's not Dolph Ziggler. I mean, they basically mirror image of each other. I mean, everything about it. I mean, the only thing that's different is that Tyler Breeze has freaking John Morrison pants versus Dolph Ziggler. So that was the thing. But he's an awesome talent, and people that are fans of NXT. You remember the matches, the classic matches that he had there. He had a debut match with Finn Balor, what I thought that was an absolute classic. His fatal four-ways in NXT were awesome. That's a guy that you got to push. These gimmicks that they're giving them. I mean, I love the Fashion Police, but I think they're really they got somebody there, but they're just not taking advantage of it. And WWE has a bad track record of doing that, and hopefully that comes to an end. I heard people say Sami Zayn could win it, but I mean, Sami Zayn, he just needs a championship. You just need to put the U.S. title on Sami Zayn and let him run with it, and that'll be Sami Zayn. I don't think you need to put the title, the trophy on him as far as the Andre the Giant thing. So, but that's how I feel about that. You said you got Apollo Crews winning it. You like him to do it?
No, I was thinking Braun Strowman, but you make a good point. I mean, they don't really need to push Strowman. He's already pushed. So, yeah, you know what? I'm going to say Apollo Crews. I'd like to see him take it. Yeah.
You know what? I'll double down with you. I'll say Apollo Crews wins it too.
Awesome. Probably Mojo Rawley will win it now.
That's that. So now we get to that ladder match that we're talking about. That's poorly placed. Jason, you gotta talk me into liking this, man. This is just bad booking. Why are we doing a triple threat ladder match with the Good Brothers, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, the Enzo and Cass and Cesaro and Sheamus? Why? Why is this thing?
I will talk you into this. Okay, ready? So every time we have ever had a ladder match that is a tag team match, it has been extremely entertaining and very, very competitive. And the fact of the matter here is that you've got Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, who have been all over the world and have done ladder matches like crazy. They're very good at them. You got Cesaro and Sheamus. Cesaro is a genetic freak. He just does amazing things. He's going to be a lot of fun to watch in a ladder match. And then, of course, you got Enzo and Cass. And Enzo is extremely athletic. It's going to be a lot of fun to see the interplay between these three teams with a ladder thrown in, you know? So I am actually kind of excited about this match because I definitely want to see more of Cesaro, more of Sheamus. And I think that's who's going to end up winning this match. I think Cesaro and Sheamus put on a show. They defeat Enzo and Cass and Luke Gallows and take the title.
Okay, all right. I hear you say that. When you start talking about ladder matches in the past, when it comes to WrestleMania, it's all about the competitors. And I hear you when you talk about that. Those guys, I would have loved that to be, you know, and I know they haven't done this in a while, but a tornado tag style match when all the people are involved and you just let them go ruckshot. But to bring a ladder in the mix of this, I'm thinking people in the caliber of like the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, the Dudley Boys, those kind of teams. I don't see that with these competitors that are in this. And don't get me wrong, I love Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. I love Cesaro. I mean, I'm okay with Cesaro. I love Cesaro. Sheamus is okay. And then as far as Enzo and Cass, I like them too. But this mixture of teams coming together and putting them in the ladder match, I think you're once again, this is bad booking. You could have used this ladder match to display the talent of your cruiserweight division. You could have did this for an intercontinental championship match and be able to and utilize the SmackDown other talents as far as that.
Heck, the United States Championship
and
Jericho and Owens.
The title. I mean, but you already got that going with Jericho and KO. But this is just bad. But I feel like they were rushed. They really properly didn't really think about this, and you could have maybe done a lot better work for this. This is just to me. When you rush a product, you can't put this out there and expect the fans to go like, "Oh yeah, this is going to be awesome." Because you look at this card, it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't look right, and now you're going to be forcing people to be doing things that they're probably naturally not great at doing. I mean, Enzo and Cass have been there. Yes, you're going to get Enzo do some type of climb up to the ladder. Instead of being smart and just pull the titles down, he's probably going to look at the title, look at the people, and then he's going to give you the Jordan shrug, and then he jumps off, and then you're going to hear Michael Cole say, Air Enzo. It's just, Jason, I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of this. This is a downer to me, this match, and the ladder match, I'm not a big fan of this. Like,
I'll say this as far as that goes. I'm excited just because, again, like I said, I love to watch Cesaro in action. And these teams are all very athletic and good at what they do. And this, I think, is going to be less of an aerial ladder match and more of a slugfest ladder match. We're going to see ladders used as weapons more than jumping off platforms. So that I think is going to be what you're looking at more than the kind of cruiserweight version of this kind of ladder match. But the deal with me here is I kind of agree with you when I say that I think the tag teams are starting to get lost in the shuffle again. And WWE has a real hard time keeping these tag teams relevant, and the problem is they push one or two teams and they'll just push those teams and that's it. And they won't look at the other teams, So, I mean, if you look back and you had the Hardys and you had the Dudleys and you had Edge and Christian, but who else was there?
Yeah.
I mean, it ended up being a three-way thing back and forth all the time. And then you had these teams that would appear, they'd be around for a year or two and then they'd go away. So, I definitely agree with you. I think that WWE needs to get their head out of their butt when it comes to tag teams and do a little bit better job booking these teams, because there's a lot of really great storylines that you can do with good tag teams.
Right.
You know?
Like how long are we gonna have to wait for the New Day and Enzo and Cass to finally lock up? Like how long is that gonna be?
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I mean, this should have happened last year. Like what's the deal? What's the deal? But anyway, you gave your pick. You said Enzo, not Enzo. Cesaro and Sheamus.
Cesaro and Sheamus. Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna get in Vincent McMahon's mind. He said, you know what? I like those kids. I like that. You can't teach that thing. You know what? I'm gonna push the titles on them. The titles are coming to Enzo and Cass at WrestleMania. So I'm gonna say Enzo and Cass wins it this Sunday.
Okay.
All right.
Very, very McMahon thing to do.
Very McMahonish. So our next match is the display of the women's division on SmackDown Live. Alexa Bliss versus all. Jason, what do you think about this? I know you're not an Alexa Bliss fan, but can she defend her championship and retain the champion?
No, she won't retain. It's going to be a good match, but when she wins, she's very. What's a good way to put it? She's very Ric Flair. You know, she cheats to win. You know, and when you put her in a situation like this, where she's got so many people she's got to deal with, I don't think she comes out on top. She's very manipulative. She's very good at that. You know, and you're wrong. I do like Alexa Bliss. I am a fan of hers, but at the end of the day, I think Naomi ends up winning. She's back. I don't know. You have might have missed that in the last episode. She actually came back, and I see them pushing the title back onto Naomi. She is the most athletic female in the SmackDown women's locker room, and I'm going to love to see it. So that's my pick.
Well, that will be good booking. I mean, I kind of feel like, you know, when she did win the title, it was a little too soon. This is the perfect time for her to win if you're going to have a win. I mean, it's her hometown. It's WrestleMania. It's a great WrestleMania moment, great story. I know a couple weeks ago when she had to relinquish the title, it had a kind of feel to it like when Daniel Bryan had to release the Intercontinental Championship when he was hurt. You got that feel about it. Title. It was a good moment. Her and Daniel Bryan had together. So for them to be able to do this, I think that'd be great booking. Only thing, my only thing about Naomi is I would like for her to get a little better on the mic. I'm getting a little Wendy Williams vibe when she's on the mic. You know, I'm gonna snatch your hair out and all this stuff like that. I'm gonna need you to scale back that, not be so stereotypical. But yes, you know, if they do that better, I love Naomi. She's great in the ring, and just get a little better on that mic skill. It'd be great, and I'll be ready to feel the glow. So you say Alexa Bliss will not retain. I agree with you. I think Naomi does win it at WrestleMania. She becomes 2-time SmackDown Live Women's Champion. So that's that.
All right, cool.
We are moving on to our next match between the Lone Wolf, Baron Corbin, going against the Lunatic Fridge, Dean Ambrose.
Corbin.
Jason, what's going on? Baron Corbin, the Corbin man.
Right. So I love this match. Dean Ambrose is the second coming of Stone Cold Steve Austin in my mind. He is that crazy guy that will just dirty deed anybody that gets near him. He's great on the microphone. I think Dean Ambrose might be one of the best on the mic that I've seen in a long time. He's sort of a cross between Stone Cold and The Rock. You know, I mean, as far as his persona goes. So I love me some Dean Ambrose. Baron Corbin is just an absolute beast. He's been fantastic in the ring. I really enjoy this match because both of these guys are nuts, and they're both tough guys. So I definitely look forward to this matchup. And as much as I love me some Dean Ambrose, I think Baron Corbin wins the Intercontinental Championship. I think that Dean moves on to enter the world title picture again, and I think they give the strap to Baron Corbin.
So you think Dean Ambrose finally gets relieved from his punishment from that time on Stone Cold's podcast? About Stone Cold saying, I think you're getting too goddamn complacent. You know? You're getting too complacent.
Yeah.
Well, listen, you know what? I liked what the WWE's been doing with Baron Corbin. He's been he's had great matches. I love that end of the year match with AJ Styles, him and Dolph Ziggler. that was a great match. I think that was a great display of Baron Corbin's talent and skills. So to be able to elevate him and put him in a match with Dean Ambrose, it's going to be good. You're going to get a lot of, good working of the body, good storytelling. That's a great thing Dean Ambrose does, and I think this he's going to bring out another side of Baron Corbin, and it's going to be great and entertaining for us going into WrestleMania. So I think it's going to be a great match. I actually think that Dean Ambrose retains the title. So I'm going to go against you here, right here. But
that's
overall,
our first disagreement. I like it.
First disagreement. But overall, I think we're going to have a good match, and we're going to be treated to a great match at WrestleMania. Moving on, it breaks my heart.
Real quick, though. Baron Corbin, former Arizona Cardinal.
You are right about that. He looked so weird when he was in the league in the NFL, man. He just looked weird.
He was like 50 pounds heavier too, though.
Yeah, it looks so weird. I mean, he still looks weird now when he doesn't wrestle with his shirt off.
Yeah,
that belly flap that there. So that's just not a good thing.
Put that back, man. Put that
bag with that. Put that shirt. Where that wolf shirt at? Where your wolf shirt?
We like the wolf shirt.
Where your wolf shirt at? But anyway, so now we're moving on to
a championship match.
A match that hurts my heart because I was a big fan and I was all about Jericho. I was all about the Chris and Kevin show, the Kevin and Chris show.
Oh my God.
But now it is over. The rivalry has begun, and now it comes to an end at this Sunday with the United States title on the line. Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens. You're not a Kevin Owens fan, Jason. So how do you feel about this? You already got Jericho winning?
Now hold on. Don't go that far. I when we were talking about Goldberg, okay, yeah, Goldberg beats Kevin Owens every single time. There's just no question. Okay, and we'll get to that. We'll get to the Goldberg thing. Don't worry. But I absolutely do like Kevin Owens. He's fantastic on the microphone. He is a good heel. You love to hate this guy. He's awesome. Okay, I have no disrespect for Kevin Owens at all. I think he is the future of the WWE. Having said that, he is facing one of the greatest of all time. He's facing Chris Jericho at WrestleMania, and this is the match right here. This is the match that I think I'm most looking forward to, really, because of the storytelling that these two can do. Jericho is fantastic on the mic. Second, maybe all time to The Rock only. He's great, and now you got Kevin Owens, who is also great. So these two together in a match is gold. I can't wait. As far as who wins this match, this is the only match, honestly, that is a toss-up for me. It's kind of like either one of these two guys could really come out on top. I think that Kevin Owens wins. I think he wins the United States title because I think they're going to push Jericho into the Universal Championship picture. So I say Kevin Owens takes this match.
Okay, I agree with you at the end as far as the decision, but I disagree about the booking afterwards. I think that this is going to be a Jericho send-off because, Jericho does have a band. He does have other obligations that he has going on outside of WWE. Listen, it's a thing, okay? To be able to label it, I'm just going off of what he does. He had sales on his album, so it's got to be a band, right? It's got to be it. So listen, so that's going on. I think that this is going to be. I agree with you. It's going to be a great match. It's going to be a lot of great storytelling, great working of the ring. Kevin Owens, I love Kevin Owens. He's a great in the ring, great on the mic, awesome heel. But this is how you know you're doing great at your job. That you're supposedly supposed to be booked as a heel, but fans still love you. They still love what you do in the ring. They still want to cheer for you, all that good stuff. That's Kevin Owens. That's what he can be able to do. And these two guys are going to have a great match. I agree with you at the decision. I think that Kevin Owens wins, and he has the United States Championship. And then he goes on to face Brock Lesnar for the Universal title. Ooh,
well, that'll be a quick match.
That's going to be good.
You know what happens, CJ, when you think that Chris Jericho is going to leave? Do you know what happens when you think Chris Jericho is going to retire?
I don't think I know where this is going. Wait a minute.
You know what happens?
No, don't do it. No.
You just made the list.
No! Not the list. Oh, man. I love the win. the New Day got put on the list and Xavier Woods, he was the last
one.
one.
So angry.
He was so upset. He was so upset.
That was a good time.
That was a good moment.
SmackDown Live Commissioner versus the phenomenal AJ Styles. For me, this is just a spectacle match. I mean, Shane McMahon is a fantastic performer. He's a stuntman. He has zero fear, but he's not a wrestler. So this is going to be all about Shane McMahon jumping off of high places and getting his butt kicked by AJ Styles all over the ring. I think Shane wins the match just because it's a spectacle match.
So you're going to give AJ Styles 2 losses at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I got no problem with that.
Oh.
I got no problem with that. But it's Shane McMahon. I mean, chances are Shane McMahon wipes out and misses AJ Styles, goes through some tables and some, some glass. They love breaking glass recently, so they'll probably put his head through some glass or something. And then AJ Styles will just fall on top of him, and it'll be a 1-2-3. So honestly, this could go either way, but I think Shane McMahon wins it. It's a nice WrestleMania moment.
Well, this is one of those moments where it's like you got to try to help me get into this match, and I'm having still a tough time after hearing that. Listen, I love Shane McMahon. He's the greatest commissioner. He's had some incredible matches. I'll even say that Undertaker match with him and Undertaker was a good match. That was good. I mean, I heard a lot of people give some smack to that, but I like that match. This is right here. I feel like it's a very well placed and good booking. I know that's not proper English, but that's how I feel about this. It's not good booking for you to put AJ Styles in a match with Shane McMahon on the calendar. AJ Styles. This is an awesome and great time to bring up a Shinsuke Nakamura and for have AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura to go off. This is a great time if the Roman Reigns Undertaker thing wasn't a thing for Undertaker versus AJ Styles. You gotta put this guy up with some better names. You can't. No. This is bad booking. I don't like this at all.
Undertaker versus AJ Styles.
Yes. Undertaker versus AJ Styles. Yes.
Why don't we do Undertaker versus some random person's kid? That'd be good. That'd be a good booking.
You're disrespecting AJ Styles, and I don't like it. And the fans don't like it either. People, leave your comments underneath, and it just barrage Jason, which is just disrespectful.
I would love to see
AJ
Styles. I would love to see AJ Styles attempt to put the Undertaker into the Styles Clash. That would just be hilarious to see.
He can work around it. I mean, he's a strong guy.
Okay. He can work around. I won't say that. Who do you think wins, man? Who takes this match?
AJ Styles wins because he should have won last year going against Chris Jericho.
Yeah. To me, it's just a waste of a match then. If you have AJ Styles win it, of course he's going to win it.
AJ Styles win is a waste of a match? What?
Against Shane McMahon? Yeah. If he was facing a healthy Daniel Bryan, now that'd be a heck of a match to see.
Yes,
but
that would be
Shane
awesome.
McMahon, that would be an awesome match. But
let him
Shane McMahon,
let him wrestle. Please lift the band. Let Daniel Bryan wrestle. Give us Daniel Bryan. AJ
no. Hey, look, man. Daniel Bryan's my favorite wrestler. I love Daniel Bryan, but I don't want to see him in a ring again because he'll be hurt. I mean, what happened to him? He will end up dead if he gets hit the wrong way. So he's not wrestling again. Unfortunately, I'd love to see it. I would love to see it. That's my guy. But no, then unfortunately, there's no way because that would be a heck of a match. As much as I'm not a big AJ Styles fan, AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan, that right there, that clashing of styles, that would be
no pun intended. Goosebumps. Just thinking about it would be amazing. Goosebumps.
Oh my God, yeah, it'd be great. So.
Take my money.
All right, so you say Styles, I say McMahon. Let's move on. Non-sanctioned match between Seth Rollins and Triple H. Seth Rollins on one bad wheel. Triple H looks like he deflated himself recently. He looks like he's lost about 28 pounds. Not sure what's going on there. What do you think of this? It's basically going to be a brawl.
Yeah, it's going to be a good match. It's going to be a great match. You're basically getting Triple H versus younger Triple H as Seth Rollins and pretty much better Triple H. It's going to be a great A great combination of stories. I mean, you got the rivalry, the building of Seth Rollins taking away from the Shield, him being the champion, being given all this thing, and then Triple H takes it away, puts it on Kevin Owens, betrays Seth Rollins, screws him out of the chance to get into the Rumble, all of this stuff, and now it's coming to a head. I love the storyline. I love everything that's going on with this. It's going to be a great match, and I'm really excited. It's one of the bright spots of WrestleMania that I'm excited to see.
Mm. So yeah, I mean, with Seth Rollins' bad leg, this is going to be the main. I think that's going to be the main storyline during the match. Is Triple H targeting the match? Because let me say something. I've been watching Triple H since he stepped into the WWE the very first time ever as Hunter Hearst Helmsley. And there's one thing that you can always count on. And that is that he will take every short. Was that? Oh, hey, that gimmick got hilarious for a while. But anyway, there's one thing you've always been able to count on with Hunter, and is that he will take every shortcut available. Yep. He does not have any honor. He will go after Seth Rollins relentlessly in that leg. And the thing is, just like you said, Seth Rollins is mini Triple H. He's going to do the same exact thing. He's going to take every option he can. And break every rule he can. This is basically going to be like watching two Ric Flairs go at each other. Yeah. So, for me, I think this ends up being a revenge match. I think Seth Rollins wins it. And, of course, you're going to see Samoa Joe's going to come running down to the ring, and probably going to get Sami Zayn coming out to the ring. But there's going to be, a bunch of people around the ring. But I think Seth Rollins ends up pinning Triple H and winning it.
We might get Finn Balor come back, and if it's a Samoa Joe thing,
Finn
Balor comes and helps. I don't think it would make sense as far as storytelling, because storyline, Seth Rollins did injure Finn Balor, so that wouldn't make any sense. But WWE does not have a good track record. And you're saying, you know what, that doesn't make sense, but we're gonna do it anyway. You know what I mean? Just because we can.
They'll love it. They'll love it.
They'll love it. They'll go crazy. They'll forget about what happened the last 6 months. Yeah. Anyway.
So who do you think wins it?
I'm going Seth, man. Going Seth.
Seth, yeah, I agree. All right. This is the one match that I, to be honest with you, am not really all that excited to see. The Power Couple Collide match.
Oh yeah, this is just garbage.
John Cena and Nikki Bella versus The Miz and Maurice. I have a couple of problems with this match. The first problem I have with this match. What's that?
Is it John Cena? I agree. Absolutely.
I think you're right. I think it's disrespectful for them to put him in this match. He should be in some sort of a title picture. But that's not the first thing I was going to say.
He should be.
The Miz is not fun to watch in the ring. I'm sorry. He's just not. And now you put him in the ring with Maurice. The only thing that's going to be good about this match, I think, is going to be the comedy value, because you know that the Miz and Maurice are going to be running this entire match. They're just going to be running away. And that's going to be pretty much the whole match, until John and Nikki catch him and put him in, dual STFs and make them both tap out or whatever else happens. So, I don't know. This whole power couple gimmick that they're doing, I'm not a big fan. I don't like it. I think that let John wrestle, let Nikki wrestle, let Miz wrestle, and if Maurice wants to wrestle, sure, let her back in some tights, let her wrestle. She's a former Divas champion, so, there's some legitimacy there, but this match is unnecessary. I mean, this right here could have been the location. This would have been a perfect location for the Neville versus Austin Aries match.
Yeah, I definitely
right
agree.
There.
This match should be a kickoff. Put John Cena in his place. Let him be a kickoff match. Let the kids laugh and get their little moment with Johnny Boy. But let the real main event wrestling matches that matter.
Whoa!
Let that take it. Let's take the place.
Don't get disrespectful.
I'm not being disrespectful. You just agreed with me. You just said the cruiserweight match should be here instead of this garbage power couple match. That's only really here because Vince McMahon wants John Cena to propose to Nikki so he can close that storyline with Total Bellas and garbage. This has nothing to do with wrestling. Wrestling-wise, this match should not be here. This is only for attraction so they can get the ratings for Total Bella and all this stuff. I'm Nikki Bella. I got to wrestle with my hubby, my love, and then he proposed to me. garbage. That reality TV crap, you leave that to the E! Network, all right? This is wrestling fans that want to see some wrestling, and they're being cheated and fed this garbage that I can't stand.
So just to not alienate our female listeners out
I'm
there,
sorry, females.
that
I
is all
love
right.
you. I love you. That's
That's
why
all
we're going
right.
to talk about another match that actually matters
Total
later
Divas.
on.
Hold on. Total Divas and Total Bellas have drawn a lot of lady wrestling fans into the WWE. So it is not a stupid move by the WWE to do this. You know, it stirs up that kind of thing, and that's what they've been lacking is a lot of female interest. You know, and so they've done that. However, I agree with you. This match is way too late in the card. This match should have been either one of the kickoff matches or should have been one of the very first matches of the night. You know, so I agree with that. I completely agree with that.
Hopefully, this is a lot earlier than the night, than later, and then you can have your moment and do that other thing. And listen, ladies, please don't take what I said as anything disrespectful to the women, because I have tremendous respect for the women and women in reality and in wrestling, and I'm going to show that when we talk about this next match with the women that are involved in Raw. But this is just not right. I love the vignettes between the Miz and Maurice that they've been doing on John Cena and Nikki. That's been hilarious. I love that. But this match, it's meaningless. I don't know why this is a thing outside of John Cena proposing to Nikki after the match. And if that doesn't happen, he's going to pull a Reggie Bush on us, you know, after the Saints won the Super Bowl. And I'm going to laugh. I'm going to laugh at it. So that's the thing. Jason, who do you think wins this match, man?
Who cares?
Who cares? Yes. That's the final verdict.
John Cena and Nikki will win. They're the better wrestlers, so they'll end up winning this match.
Well, yeah. You know what? Okay, fine. I'll agree that they're the better wrestlers and blah, whatever. Can we get up to another match?
Plus the storyline.
Yeah. So
let's talk about the Raw Women's Championship Fatal 4-Way Elimination match.
Yes.
This is one of my favorite match formats. I love 4-way elimination matches. Absolutely love it. And now you got Bayley, Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, and now Nia freaking Jax in this match. Nia Jax, let me just say something real quick here. Nia Jax is a beast. That woman is an absolute beast. I cannot wait for this match. Now, what I think is going to... Let me put this out there to you guys, okay, to the WWE Universe. I think everyone
you said the
will
God
agree.
For a second. I was like, what?
I was going to say the guys. The WWE Universe. I think everyone can agree this is the greatest time in WWE history for women's wrestling. I mean, it has been absolutely phenomenal. You've got Charlotte, Bayley, you've got Sasha. You know, you still got Nikki Bella, who's upped her game. She's definitely not on the level of these people yet, but she's getting there. I mean, you've got Becky Lynch, who I'm a big fan of. You've got Alexa Bliss, and that's not even mentioning the ladies coming up from NXT, which some of those people are absolutely amazing to watch in the ring. So it's great. I love it. I have always loved women's wrestling. Back when it was Trish Stratus and Lita, and even before that. I am so psyched for what's going on right now. And with Bayley, Charlotte, Sasha, and Nia Jax in this matchup, I think we're going to see some amazing things. I mean, some stuff that you've never seen before. As far as who's going to win this matchup, I'm a huge Bayley fan. I love Bayley, but I don't see her taking the victory here. I think what ends up happening is I think that the belt goes to Nia Jax. I think Nia Jax absolutely dominates. At one point, we're going to see Bayley, Charlotte, and Sasha team up to take out Nia Jax. She'll probably go outside the ring for a little while as those three attack each other, and then Nia will get in and clean house. So I think Nia Jax wins the Raw Women's Championship.
Okay. Well, I do agree with you. I love women's wrestling. I love the participants that are going to be in this match. Here's how I see it being booked. I think that all the spots that you called, I definitely agree. I definitely believe that Sasha, Charlotte, and Bayley are going to team up and take out Nia Jax. But here's the thing. I think that it's going to be Bayley takes out Charlotte, and then you're going to get the heel turn that we've all been waiting for with Sasha Banks turning on Bayley in the match, and Sasha leaves as champion at WrestleMania. It just needs to happen. Sasha's character is better as a heel than a face, and to be able to get a part 3 of Bayley and Sasha, that's going to be great to see. That's going to be great for WWE. It's going to be great for fans. So that's how I see that being booked, and I got Sasha winning the match, and that's that, buddy.
All right, no, that's I think that was my second option. Like if Nia Jax doesn't win it, I think that's the other option is that Sasha turns and takes out Bayley and ends up winning the title. So I agree with you, but I still think it'll be Nia Jax.
Okay, buddy. So we got the let me see if I can introduce this right. We have the Phenom going against the Big Dog, baby girl. How do you see this match being played, man?
All right. This is rough for me because I'm actually a Reigns fan, and a lot of people out there don't like Roman Reigns. I understand, I understand their reasoning for not liking Roman Reigns, but I completely disagree with it. I think that he is a very hard worker. He's very good when he's in the ring. He's not so great on the mic. He needs some work on his mic skills. But he is a great character. He tells a story in that ring. I like watching him. The Undertaker, in my opinion, the greatest single superstar in history, period. Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker, I think this is a match that the WWE is trying to bill as the end of The Undertaker. I think what's going to happen is, I think The Undertaker wins this match. I think that he takes a beating from Roman Reigns throughout most of the match. I think Roman Reigns hits him with everything he's got, but at the end of it, the mystique of The Undertaker just cannot be beaten, not even by Reigns. So I think Undertaker ends up with a tombstone and a victory.
This match reminds me, and it's sad that we couldn't see this match earlier in Undertaker's prime. Like, I wish this talent was around earlier in Undertaker's years. And like, what if you faced Reigns what was that, WrestleMania, when he fought Batista? Like, what if that was a thing? That would have been able to get a good feel of how good this match can be, because you got to be honest. Look, Undertaker's old. He can't be able to run and do the things that he used to. Those old school moves, or him diving off the ropes and jumping off the ropes and crashing.
It happen.
It might happen. We might see him die on the WWE Network, but it might happen. But I think this is going to be Undertaker. It's going to be a slow field match. Couple power move after power move. But I would have loved to see this match earlier on in Undertaker's career versus now. I actually see Roman Reigns winning, and finally getting that send off. Because look, how many good matches can you get? I mean, we got robbed of Undertaker versus Sting a couple WrestleManias ago. That should have been a thing instead of him going against Triple H. I mean, that was I don't know why that was a thing, but
that wasn't so good.
Yeah, I mean, it was good, but I would have still liked to see Sting versus Undertaker. I think that's the match that people wanted to see, and that would have actually sold more tickets than Triple H.
Probably
a lot.
Taker on anything. On anything sells more tickets.
Two icons going against each other, that would have been a thing. But it is what it is. We got Roman Reigns versus Undertaker. You say you got Undertaker winning. I got Reigns winning. We get to see with Roman Reigns. Look, I'll say this. I agree with you. A lot of people give Roman Reigns a lot of slack, but Roman Reigns puts on good matches. And I agree with you too that I think it's the writers, how they're making him say these lines that's putting him in bad trouble. He's not a long-winded a mic talker. No. He needs to be booked as where the person he's going against, they're doing all the talking, and then he comes with the punchline. That's the period that goes like, yeah, you know what, Reigns, that's right, Reigns, talk that stuff. He hasn't been booked like that. There's very glimpse moments where you get him to do that, which he's good. But you got him doing these long-winded things that's not Reigns. He's not The Rock. You need to stop trying to make Reigns The Rock. He's not him. He's a badass. The Rock. Let him do his thing. Stop trying to make him into a comedy joke. It's not his forte. So
and here's an area that I usually disagree with people on, but I actually agree in this particular case. I would like to see Roman Reigns go heel. I think that would do wonders for his career. Let him go heel. Let people boo him. They want to boo him so bad. Let people boo him for a while. And then inevitably, because this is how the WWE universe works, once someone goes heel long enough, people start cheering for him. So then they'll be able to give him his turn back and let him come back and be a face again. So
this
I would
needs
like
to
see
happen
that.
because WWE can look themselves in the mirror and see how when they do this the wrong way, where they're trying to continue to push somebody as a face, and they won't just follow what the crowd wants to do, where the money is.
Yep.
You see that in John Cena. John Cena should have been turned heel years ago, but they continue to push that he's a face. And now when he wants to turn heel, you can't even do it now because it's not going to have the same effect as it would have done earlier before. Reigns is still early in his career that you can be able to do this and capitalize on that. Hopefully they listen to us and we get that.
We'll see. I disagree with you about Cena. I don't think he could have gone heel. I mean, there was nobody to take the reins as the face at the time. But anyway, that's a story for a different time.
That's good booking. You could have made another face. That's what I'm talking about, WWE.
Yeah,
you could have booked that. You could have made a face.
It would have been Randy Orton, and who cares? Really?
No, Randy was terrible as a face. He was terrible.
Yeah, he was a really bad face.
All right,
WWE Championship. Speaking of Randy Orton, WWE Championship, Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton for the championship. Who you got?
I got Randy winning this match. No, actually, I take that back. I got Bray winning this match. I'm not excited to watch this match, to be honest. I kind of feel like I've already seen this match before. I don't know how they can up it any higher than the last time I saw this at a couple pay-per-views before. But, hey, this is the thing. I love the storyline that they built. Randy burning down the compound and then the compound, I'm sorry. And then, Bray coming back to him and I'm trying to burn him with like a symbol of the clan, everything. That's cool. Right. But overall, as far as a wrestling match, I don't know if I can get excited about this because I've already seen this before. I mean, it's really only going to be the storyline that draws me into wanting to see it.
I kind of agree with you to a point. I agree with you. I agree with your first assessment. I think Randy Orton wins this match, not Bray Wyatt. But what I would have liked, I would have been more excited about this match if they would have done something with the match. Make it a Hell in a Cell. Make it a buried alive match, something like that, that kind of adds another element to it. Because, like you said, these guys have gone at it a couple times now, and we've seen this match. Add another element in there. Give me a cage. Give me something that these guys can use on each other to elevate it. I am a big Bray Wyatt fan. I love me some Bray Wyatt as a heel. I think he is phenomenal. He is the next Taker. He's got that same creepy vibe that Taker had back in the day, and I love the fact that they keep giving him a faction. They give him a faction, they kind of take a faction away, then he gets a faction again. The same kind of thing the Undertaker had. Every now and then he had a faction, then he was by himself, and he had a faction again. So I definitely like the opportunity for this match to be good, but I think just having it be a regular match, I kind of disagree with it. I would have liked to see them add another element to it. But overall, I think Randy Orton wins, becomes the new champ.
So you say element. What about a sort of element? What about another person? What about if it was Luke Harper added to this match?
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Luke Harper. I would have loved to have seen Luke Harper in this matchup too. And actually, I would have loved to have seen Luke Harper win the championship. This guy in Luke Harper is one of the most phenomenal talents I've seen in the WWE in a long time. A guy that big that can do a hurricanrana like it's nothing is amazing. He's phenomenal to watch in the ring. But I think that the way they build this, they had to go just Randy versus Bray. Now, don't get me wrong. Luke could very well show up, and be involved in the match. But making it a triple threat, I'll change my mind on that. I think that could have been. That would have been a nice dynamic.
This is how I would have booked it, all right? If this was how it goes right here. If you would have added Luke Harper into this match, you could have had where Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt, like Randy could have been down for a moment, and then he says, "Hey, listen, I told you that this guy was a snake. I told you he would betray us. Let me earn your trust back and everything." And as he lures Bray Wyatt into believing that hey, he's back on my side, that's when he kicks it, and then you get Luke Harper as your champion. Or even in the build up, that could have been like that, and you could have added him in this because just overall match wise, as a match, how excited are you about this? As a match, you've already seen this before. as a match, how are you excited about this at WrestleMania?
I'm not excited. I mean, these are two very good wrestlers, and anytime you can see Randy Orton in a match, I mean, look, he has come leaps and if anybody remembers Randy Orton back during the Attitude Era, the end of the Attitude Era, and back during the time when it was Cena and Orton, honestly, he wasn't that great in the ring. I mean, it was kind of like headlock, clothesline, headlock, another headlock. You know, he's really upped his game. So watching these two go at it, and Bray Wyatt has got an amazing arsenal. You know, so watching these two go at it, it's going to be good. But I agree with you. I think that they should have added either another person or another element to make this a more enjoyable match.
Yeah, man. So hopefully, you know, they do something new. But you know, just looking at it on paper, it doesn't look too exciting. And now, the bane of my existence, a match that just takes the cake on why I'm not excited at all about WrestleMania. And we have Goldberg going against Brock Lesnar, praying to the gods that this is when we finally get to see Goldberg just go into the sunset, just get suplexed away. Brock becomes the champion, and we'll never have to see Goldberg again. Hopefully.
So, okay, look, I am of two minds about this match because I'm from the old school, and I remember Goldberg from, back in the day, his WCW days, and he is an icon. Okay, he is an absolute wrestling icon. There's very few people that have done what he has done in the wrestling world. I also hate, with a burning passion, Brock Lesnar. I cannot stand him. I think he's awful. I think he can't do anything on the mic. He knows about 3 moves, and he doesn't do those moves very well. The only thing that's fun to watch when he does anything is the F5. You know, that's a fun finishing move. Other than that, I think he's about as much fun to watch as paint drying. So, I'm like you. I'm not happy about this match. Like I said, I'm of two minds because on the one side, I love to see Goldberg back. The nostalgia in me is like, oh man, Goldberg, spear, jackhammer, 1, 2, 3. It's awesome.
Yeah.
On the other hand, the more intelligent WWE fan that I am, that I've been for a long time, understands that Goldberg does not like professional wrestling. He really does not enjoy it. He complained the whole time that he was in WCW. He complained he was in the first stint with the WWE, and he complains now about the situation. He's not even around that often,
Yep.
So here's how I think it's going to go down. I think Brock Lesnar will win this match. It'll be some underhanded tactic that he uses. He's not going to dominate Brock Lesnar. So anybody out there thinking, oh, he's going to dominate him and beat him and destroy him, no, it's not going to happen. Okay, it's going to be an underhanded tactic. Brock Lesnar's been known to do those. And he'll end up winning it, taking the title from Goldberg, and then we'll enter right back into that Brock Lesnar purgatory of him being champion and us never seeing the Universal Championship. We'll see Paul Heyman doing a promo, Paul Heyman doing another promo, and then, oh wow, look, there's Lesnar. He's going to stand in the middle of the ring while Paul Heyman does a promo, and then they go in the back again, and then he'll have one match every couple of months. So I'm not happy about this match because Goldberg is obviously not going to be around. He's going to lose the title to Lesnar. He's going to go away, and he'll be gone permanently this time, as you hope for, CJ. And then, as I said, we enter Brock Lesnar purgatory.
Well, listen, you say it's Brock Lesnar purgatory. I see it as the Garden of Eden because it's going to be great. You're going to see Brock Lesnar be able to go against people that can actually wrestle, and he can actually wrestle with them. That's the thing that I continue to tell you about Goldberg that I don't like.
And you're continuously wrong.
Goldberg cannot wrestle a match. These 3-minute matches are not something that's main event caliber or main event worthy. That's why Goldberg needs to lose. That's why I've never been a fan of Goldberg since he come back to WWE. These 3-minute matches, when you have Undertaker, who is older than this man, actually putting on matches, that is unacceptable and it's unexplainable. You can't be able to debate me and tell me that Goldberg as champion is good for WWE when he can't even wrestle a match. And as far as the Universal title goes, how can you elevate that title up to the WWE status when you got a champion that can't even freaking wrestle a freaking match? listen, that it frustrates me to no end seeing the championship being on Goldberg, and I want to see a match wrestle. So I am praying, I'm hoping Vince McMahon does the right thing, books this thing the right way, and gets the championship off of Goldberg, puts it on Brock, and then we can have a Kevin Owens Brock Lesnar match where Kevin Owens gets his rematch as a champion, and we can do that, and then you can be able to put the title back on an up and coming star that you can be the face of your company. Since you want, and I agree with you, I want the championship to be seen, to be shown. But this is what makes it different to me. I know you say that's old and it's dry, but Paul Heyman is a legend. Paul Heyman is awesome on the mic, and I can listen to him talk every single week, to be honest. And I would
make
love
him a commentator.
I
don't need to see him out there talking all the time about Lesnar. I know he's very good at it.
He's good at it. He's good at it. He's good at it. I'm sorry. I mean, it's true. He's good at doing it. He's good at doing it, and the fans know him. And he comes out, he says, "My name is Paul Heyman." They do the whole sketch with him. So
I get it. But here's the deal, man. I mean, when you talk about the same subject all the time, it doesn't matter how good you are at it. Eventually, it gets stale. And I'm so sick and tired of seeing Paul Heyman talk about Brock Lesnar now. Okay, let me put it this way. The only way this would make me happy with Brock Lesnar becoming champion, the only way this will make me happy is if Paul Heyman started to build a stable of wrestlers again. If he had, but remember the Heenan family. I used to love that kind of storyline. He picks up a Braun Strowman, right? Could you imagine? It'd be, Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman are Paul Heyman guys. He's got his stable started. That would be okay, because then you could have a really nice showdown between the faces and Paul Heyman's faction. I get that. The only other way this match would make me happy is if these two speared each other at the same time and ended up both losing, and the championship was up for grabs, and then we never saw Lesnar or Goldberg again. Yay. Then I'd be excited.
I think you would have a riot on your hand if that's the booking. Thousands of fans are there burning that Orlando Stadium into the ground.
It'd be hilarious. I'd laugh my butt off.
Well, listen, we both have Lesnar winning the match, correct?
Yeah, Lesnar wins the match.
All right, that's good. That's good for me. I hope it's good for you guys. Listen, I thank you for listening to us, man. We enjoy doing this show for you. Continue to leave likes and comments, man. If you tell us who you think is going to win leading up to WrestleMania, and then come back and join us after the WrestleMania is over, man, and tell us what you thought about the match, what you thought about the card. What favorite match stood out to you? What was the dumbest point of WrestleMania? I would love to hear that. I will argue and debate with you with that. And then we can finally hopefully get Griffin up to speed going into now the new season of wrestling.
Griffin.
Woo! Yeah.
You around, Griffin?
Oh, I'm here.
Did Griffin go away?
Can you not hear me?
He's on mute now. Maybe.
What is?
He's been probably doing things.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean,
all right, guys. Well,
we're still waiting.
Oh, yeah. I somehow muted myself. I've been here the whole time.
I don't.
I don't know how that happened, but I'm here.
Okay.
That was the most intelligent that you've been so far, Griffin.
I try.
So, guys, listen up, man. WrestleMania, as much as it's definitely not one of the better WrestleMania cards that we've ever seen, but it's still WrestleMania. It's still going to be amazing to watch. You're going to see some of the greatest talent in the world. I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. So definitely watch it. Come back. We're going to do another post show about it. We'll talk about it. Come back and check us out and let us know how we did and tell me how ridiculous we're being. So,
yep.
Thanks, guys.
Like and comment down below, and we'll see you next week. Everyone, take care. Bye.
Life in the fast lane, moving at the speed of life, and I can't slow down. Only got a gallon in the gas tank, but I'm almost at the finish line, so I